of boots and clogs and Crocs and sneakers and running shoes and ballet slippers and regular slippers and tap shoes and sandals and thongs, like the kind you wear on your feet, like flip-flops, and water shoes and hiking boots and stilettos and platforms and wedges and espadrilles. And this was a shoe intro, you guys. I know what you need. You need some protection on your feet. I'm giving you what you need. That's right. A shoe intro. You wanted it, you got it. I don't know if you wanted it, but you definitely got it. Guys, we have an amazing episode of Shank for you this week with Chelsea Skidmore. But before we get into this week's episode, just a few things I want to talk to you about, and that's socks. Why? Because socks are important. Why? Because we wear them every day. Some of you, you might not wear shoes, but you always wear socks because you need to. And not just, I like socks, but not just any socks. I like Oh Yeah socks. Check them out at Oh Yeah Socks on Instagram. That's 3 zeros HYEAH socks. And you can go to their website at ohyeah.com. And when you go onto ohyeah.com, you will see a wide selection of socks for surf, snow, regular life. They have socks for men, women, children, and all of their designs are super fun. They have different graphic designers who collaborate with them to bring one-of-a-kind designs, and I can't tell you how much I love their products. Give the gift of socks. They're affordable, especially with discount code SARA10. That's SARA 10. And you'll get 10% off Oh Yeah Socks. You heard it here on Shank. Maybe you're like, what made you want to talk about sneakers today? Where did that come from? Well, I'll tell you right now. Weed. Because I like weed, and not just any type of weed. I like good quality weed. Why? Because I care. I'm not going to smoke some shitty flower. I'm not going to smoke some, some weird grass. Yeah, I called it grass. I've been quarantining with my father, in case you haven't noticed. So I say words like grass now. I say doobie now. Things have gone weird. Things have gotten really weird. But anyways, yeah, I like top quality weed. And when it comes to top quality weed, there's really only one dispensary I trust, and that's Libra Shops. Libra is a dispensary that's based in Palm Desert. That's where their flagship store is. They have an amazing selection of cannabis. It's all really, really well curated, and their bud baristas know a ton. And you can join their Club Libra for different discounts, and they also have contactless delivery now. So that's super exciting. You can check out their website, librashop.com, and head over there. And thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Shank. Here's this week's episode with Chelsea Skidmore. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm Sara Weinshenk, and today's guest is Chelsea Skidmore.
Hello, Sara.
Hello, I'm so excited to have you on the pod. I haven't had a guest in about 5 weeks. So I decided it was time. It was time to have someone to have a conversation with. It was getting difficult, just ping-ponging ideas back and forth with myself for 45 minutes, week after week. And so I said, you know what? Let's do a socially distant podcast with Chelsea.
And I couldn't be more flattered to be that guest, Sarah.
I'm so excited to have you on because we need to talk. I feel like normally we're hanging out like 4 times a week, seeing each other left and right.
Coffees, tacos.
Touching things.
Similar things without sanitizing.
Yeah.
We're not using masks. The masks are crazy.
But
we are in the mask.
The masks?
I'm going to walk in without a mask somewhere and go, somebody stop me. Isn't that from the mask? Have you seen that?
Is that from the mask? Can we pull up that clip?
It is. He knows it is. He doesn't even, somebody stop me.
I want to, let's see it.
Jim Carrey. Yeah, he walks in, he puts his face in that yellow suit. That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm just going to paint my face green and stop wearing a fucking medical mask.
You're over the mask.
I hate it. I can't breathe. I almost had a panic attack in one. I'm not a fan of them. Can you fucking breathe in those?
Okay, well, I'm a fan of this one just because it has just... Okay, what a visual. All right, let's play it.
We got the mask clip up for those listening.
Yes, if you can't see it, it's Jim in his yellow suit.
Hey, that's James. Baby James. Oh my god. The editing. Oh.
Somebody stop me.
So that's my energy without a mask. How fun. That movie is so like crazy and broad.
I want to watch that movie. I think it's coming to Netflix. I think I read that recently.
Fabulous.
I think it is.
Fabulous. Those lists of things coming to Netflix. Okay, but is that comfortable? Can you actually like breathe in those?
Okay, well, this one I bought 3 masks from this company. One has Judge Judy, one has Larry David, and one has Mama O, Oprah.
I thought the Oprah one was Tiffany Haddish. I was like, why are you ordering that? Not that there's anything wrong with Tiffany Haddish. You know, she's great. But like, I was like, why are you getting a mask with her on it?
So I got a mask with someone that I personally knew on my face and just started wearing it around.
But I understand Oprah.
Oprah, we get soulful. No, this is not comfortable. And honestly, like, I paid too much for it.
I need to know how much.
It was $15, but I just
per mask.
Per mask. This bitch dropped $45 on masks, then plus shipping and handling. I don't know. Is handling even a thing, or did I just make that up?
Nope, that is right. Shipping and handling is like a PLU. For a PLU, and I'm just like pulling things out of my ass. PLU is like when you work at the supermarket and you're a cashier, and like the PLU is like the number. Because I was a cashier for like 2 weeks and I got fired
at a grocery store.
Yeah, when I was 16.
Where?
Stop and Shop. And
why'd you get fired?
Because I came on. I went to work on like the day after doing mushrooms.
Okay.
And I was like really fucked up and like out of it, and they're like, something's wrong with you. You got to go. And every single person who worked there was mentally retarded.
What do you mean?
What's the new word?
Mentally disabled, mentally challenged.
Every single person there was so challenged. Like literally everyone was challenged except for the manager and me, and I got fired. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Like, were you tripping when you showed up to work?
I can't remember if it was like the day like after I did mushrooms. Well, it wasn't, I don't know. It was something to do with shrooms. It might have been like earlier that day. But I showed up like really out of it.
Okay, so you did mushrooms when you were 16.
Yeah.
When did you first do mushrooms?
That time when I was 16.
With who?
Well, my brother had people over. He's 2 years older than me. My mom was like away. She was like working late or something. And he had people over and they were all doing mushrooms. And then I asked for some. And then I started doing them. And then like 30 minutes in, I was just laughing and having fun. And then everybody left.
No.
And then once they started kicking in, I was like laughing a little, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go to bed and just like sleep it off. And then the second I went in my room and turned off the lights, they like got hardcore and everything was like really fucking scary. It was like so scary. I went insane. What
do you mean? What do you mean?
Like there was all these shadows on the walls, like from the trees, you know, like trying to like kill me kind of thing.
No.
Like when I tried to go to the bathroom, I didn't want to get out of bed and go to the bathroom because it was like melting. It was like some Indiana Jones shit, quicksand. Like it was horrible.
No.
Yeah. And then the very next day, actually, I think what happened was the next day I had an audition for like a modeling thing when I was 16 for that brand Esprit. Do you remember that?
Yeah. That's a big audition.
I know. So my mom took me to the city. You know, we lived in Westchester, so we drove to New York City and we went to like an Esprit casting where I had to like try on stuff and they took pictures. And then I think I came home and had to go to work at Stop and Shop or something.
So when you went to the Esprit audition, were you still on mushrooms?
No, but I hadn't slept and I looked like shit. And like for a 16-year-old to look like shit, like, you know, like they were like, she's not getting this. Like something's off about her.
An Esprit commercial?
Yeah, what happened to Esprit?
Can we Google Esprit?
Hell yeah.
That's ESPIRIT. Hey, is it E-Spirit?
That's a good question. I always thought it was pronounced Esprit.
And it is.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
What happened to Esprit? That's such a good question. That was like a staple.
Yeah. And then I tried mushrooms again one other time when I was in college in Hawaii. And I did it during the day because I thought it would be like fun. I did it with my friends and I just fucking hated it. I don't like mushrooms.
What happened the second time?
It's still around, I guess.
Really?
Esprit. The second time, not like, okay, we were like in my friend's apartment And like, it was fun at first because I was with like my closest friends. But then like, I remember my friend had like a poster of like someone playing the guitar and it like scared me. It looked like a demon.
No.
Yeah. And then like we went outside. It was like, and everything was like really bright. And we're like, let's keep walking. And we're going to walk to the beach. And then we're like, do we keep walking or do we turn around? And it was like a really big deal to make that decision.
Yeah.
And then we turned around because we're like, everyone might be worried. It just sucked. I don't know. I was like, a pie. There was like a pie poster, like an apple pie poster on the ceiling. And I felt like it was like falling on me.
No.
Like shrooms is not for me.
So you had 2 bad shroom
Only
trips.
bad. Yeah.
That's interesting. I've had positive experiences.
Really? What are they like?
Like,
it's great.
Like spiritual.
Really?
Like you're like, oh, I'm here for a reason, and like, yeah, like very profound, like loss of like. I had like this moment where I felt like I was no longer like in my body, and I went to like another fucking dimension. It was really intense and really crazy, and like I think if I would have had that experience like younger, I wouldn't have been mentally prepared for it.
When did you take away anything like from that experience about?
Yeah. I was like, after I did mushrooms, I was like, there's for sure like something greater than us, like a universal life force. Like we all have meaning and purpose. And like I felt like sure that like I was on the right path, and that like I felt like God just like came down from the sky and acknowledged me and was like, hey, sup. Wow. That's what it felt like. It was like God was like, okay, hey, there's like so much more out there that you can't even see, and here's a glimpse into it.
And what was it?
And it was like loss of, it felt like I like no longer was in my physical form, and I was like
connected,
but like in another like place.
Dimension.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you had an experience like that before?
Yeah, very similar. You kind of just feel like a floating entity, and you're just like pure thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're just pure consciousness.
Yeah. Exactly.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ananda, pure consciousness. That's Deepak Chopra shit. Pure consciousness.
Ananda, is that what he calls
That's
it?
like one of his things. He's like hot sat. Ananda.
We got Deepak on the couch.
Wait, that's so crazy that you guys had that experience. Because that sounds to me like, have you done ayahuasca?
No.
That sounds to me like what I would imagine an ayahuasca experience is like.
Yeah, I don't know because I've never done ayahuasca. Mine was like similar to what I've heard like people's DMT trips to be like kind of in a way. But I don't know. Yeah, I've had some like really profound experiences, but then I've also had like bad psychedelic trips that seem like they'll never end. Like I went to the Chateau Marmont with my friends, and I knew you would love this story. And we were all on acid, and it was the 4th of July.
Whoa, that sounds fun.
No.
Oh.
And like it was like me and my boyfriend at the time were there, and it was like we hung out with this couple, this guy Hugh, who I barely knew. I went to college with. His name was
like
Hugh.
that name?
No. Hanging out with fucking Hugh and his boyfriend, and it's their first time doing acid, and they became like demonic at the Chateau Marmont, and they turned into like, we were supposed to go to like this beach party on the 4th of July in Malibu, but then that fell through.
At Nobu?
No, it just was supposed to be like a house party on the beach where it was going to be like we're all outside, and it felt like, okay, this is an okay setting to take a psychedelic, but it ended up being us at the Chateau Marmont on the 4th of July, and like this couple turned into demons. Chelsea.
Yeah,
they were like this guy was like hugging a plant, talking to himself. We were like the crazy people at the Chateau Marmont.
I'm sure there's someone like that every night there.
I know.
There has to be.
What is the appeal about that place?
I think it's just like a classic spot, you know.
I love it there so much. Like
it's very cool.
Chelsea and I have our spots. We have the Sunset Tower.
The Sunset Tower.
How would you explain the Sunset Tower to those of us who don't know what it is?
It's Art Deco. Am I right about that?
It is Art Deco.
It's very cool. So what it is like, you know, I discovered it because for one, it's right across the street from the Comedy Store. And for two, it's just beautiful. It's stunning.
breathtaking, exquisite.
It's just really cool. And a friend brought me there for the first time, and I was like, this place is amazing. And then I just started going there by myself all the time to write, because I remember like my husband Steven, when we were just friends, I'd be like, where are you right now? And he'd be like, I'm writing. And I was like, where? And he was like, Starbucks. And it's like, not inspiring. So I started going to like hotels, and I would sometimes go to the Beverly Hills Hotel to write with my laptop.
Ooh, I wish.
Yeah,
we
I've
could
done
do
that before.
now.
Yeah, that's fun. And they don't bother you when you like go to hotels. And then I just like the idea of like writing in hotels. It felt very cool. So, and then the Sunset Tower was like very close by to where I live, and it's just very beautiful. And when you sit outside, it's just very like, you know, it faces the pool, and it's like a beautiful scenery, and it's very sunny there. And
I
like
got oat lattes.
it's fabulous, and it's fun. And like, or you can sit inside and write. And like, I've done some of my best writing there.
Because it makes you feel like you belong.
It just feels like serene.
It really does. It makes you feel like you're instantly on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very fun. So yeah, love the Sunset Tower.
Love the Chateau Marmont.
Chateau is fun, but I don't go there enough.
No. Me either. And now is not the time to start, I guess, because we're going to be in lockdown through July.
So was that like an accurate article?
Yeah,
was that the
pull it
Los
up.
Angeles?
This is the Los Angeles Times. I heard that we will be in lockdown through July, which that's a long time.
Well, I knew that this would be happening. We knew that they were just feeding us tidbits by saying, oh yeah, May 15th and then another
Yeah.
thing. So this is like accurate. Like, I mean, this is going to be too hard to read this, but like I actually came across that today because I don't read the like coronavirus news anymore.
Because it's too much.
It's just too triggering. I had to set the boundary with myself and other people to not send it to me. But I realized that May 15th was coming up when they said that it would be lifted, quarantine. So I just Googled, when does Los Angeles quarantine get lifted? And this was like the only current article I saw.
Yeah. So, okay, they just reopened like the non-essential stores. I think like the sporting goods stores and like I think like strip malls and malls are open just for like pickup. But LA County will certainly with all certainty to keep stay-at-home orders in place for the next 3 months.
What I did read from that article is that they're going to start opening beaches, but you're not going to be allowed to have umbrellas, and you must wear masks. I thought that was so random. No umbrellas and no coolers. It's like,
no
coolers. Fun. This isn't going to be fun. If you're going to be on the beach, you will be in a mask. You will not be. It's like they don't want to keep you out there for long. Like you're going to get sunburnt, and with a sun. It's like what? I don't know.
No, they don't want you out there for long, and they don't want people playing beach volleyball. First of all, if you're playing beach volleyball, you should just get away from me to begin with.
Yeah, they should just ban Santa Monica and then let the rest of us enjoy ourselves. Isn't that where everyone plays volleyball?
I mean, could you imagine just going to, hey, Chelsea, you want to play volleyball?
No.
I've never liked volleyball.
A friend of mine last summer, I was like, where are you? She was like, I was just at the beach playing volleyball.
Ew.
I know. And I was like, you're a drug addict. Why are you doing that? It was so weird that she was doing that.
I mean, like, that doesn't appeal to me at all.
No. But I think if you grew up playing volleyball and you're like an athletic person, then like that might be fun to you. It's also like a certain person who's really comfortable on a social level. Like that's not my social level. Beach volleyball isn't like, I'm more introverted than that.
Like, let me spike it over the net.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like compete with like some strangers at the beach.
Also, like the thought of playing volleyball in a bikini.
I mean, like you'd have to be so in shape.
So in shape.
But those are people who like are like, you know, fitness people. Like those are athletes.
No, but there's some unathletic fucks that think that they can turn up at the beach.
Well, yeah, but are they playing volleyball? No.
I don't know what they're doing.
Are you kidding me? They're relaxing. Those people those are the people who have coolers.
Coolers are not allowed. There is no time for snacking.
I mean, I've never personally packed a cooler.
What would you pack?
But I could, well, first of all, Pellegrinos.
But Pellegrinos.
We're talking waters. We're talking Pellegrinos, an assortment of hydration, all just like of the H2O form. And then like
assorted seltzers.
I gotta be honest, like I feel like chips is like a beach thing.
What kind? You're nailing this.
Thank you. You know, I like chips and salsa, but the salsa, to pack the salsa, are we thinking Tupperware at this point?
Ooh,
but
that's
I think
a different. No, that becomes a whole other game.
I know what it would be. It would be sandwiches. Oh, on Sunday for Mother's Day, I went down to see my mom in Newport Beach because she flew from New York to be in California, and we got fish tacos and we brought those on the beach. And we ate them.
Well, so your mom is in Newport? I thought she was in...
She was in New York, and then she flew here because she just started dating some guy who lives in San Clemente.
No.
And I think she wanted to quarantine with him and then go see my grandpa, who's 98, and, like, spend time with him. She was, like, sick of being alone in her apartment in New York.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to quarantine in New York. It's just, like...
Yeah, it's, like, very desolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So how's quarantine been going in the Randolph household?
Oh
Let's break it down. You got a puppy.
We got a puppy. His name is Jagger.
We love
it.
He
is a bulldog, English bulldog. He is 4 months old. He is adorable.
Could we pull up a picture?
Could you go to Instagram? His Instagram is Jagger Randolph. Thank you. He is, I love how you're like, let's pull up a picture. It's like, well, he's not on Google yet.
Yeah.
But he will be, I'm sure. Yeah, no, he's so cute, but he's like really fucking crazy. Like he pees on our carpet in the living room. He has like shit inside. He pees on the carpet like every day.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like he does it, and it's weird because he knows where his pee pads are, and thank God we have a balcony because he can't go on walks until he gets his shots, his final shots. There's like 5 rounds of shots for puppies.
Okay.
Because there's parvo, which is like some disease that can kill puppies.
Yeah.
So next week is his final shot. So we have a balcony that he goes out on, thank God. There's Jagger.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
He's so cute. He peed on my yoga mat twice yesterday, and I just like really angered me. Like he cannot be left alone. We're pretty sure he has social anxiety. Is it called attachment? What's it?
Attachment.
Separation anxiety.
Yes, thank you. He has separation anxiety. He cannot be left alone. He has to be around us at all times.
No.
Yeah, he won't. He's crazy. And like, you know, it's like puppies are like crazy. Like he wakes, you know, this morning at 6 a.m. I woke up, you know, because he was like crying. And like, so then I go in the room and then I see he like shit all over his pee pad. So I'm like, okay, I want to clean it. And then you have to like clean his butt with a baby wipe. No. And then I'm seeing like there's a little like imprint in his shit. So now I'm like, oh great, he stepped on it with his paws.
No.
So now at 6 a.m. out of my sleep, I'm wiping shit off his fucking paws. It's like, this is puppy life.
You're a puppy mom.
I can't even imagine what it's gonna be like to have a baby.
You're prepped.
I'm learning.
You're prepped and ready.
And then I go back to bed and feed him and like, yeah, I mean like that's, I don't know. But I love him. Like he's really, really great. It's so nice. Like we're not allowed to have puppies in our building.
You're not?
No. So like
you snuck them in?
Yeah, we'll see, you know.
Have they said anything?
Well, no one said anything because I don't think they're like really monitoring us right now because everyone's kind of doing their own thing. But
everyone's locked the fuck up.
But there's 2 other dogs that are new in our building. So it's like if they have one, we can have one.
So everyone's breaking the rules.
Everyone.
So you guys were just like, fuck it. We're going to be locked up. Let's get a dog.
We were like, we just wanted one. We just wanted a little friend, you know? And yeah, he's so cute. He's
so cute.
I love him. I want my friends to meet him. But we're afraid of having anyone come over because like, okay, so he pees on the carpet. And like we clean it up and we put this like solution on it. But like, what if we're like gross doghouse people? Like we're kind of nervous to have a friend over because like what if
I'll tell you the truth.
Okay, and we want some.
I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna tell you the hard truth. I'm gonna say, listen, it smells like piss.
Yeah, we need
an outsider to come in. But this is the good news. Since when you go back home, you will have been out of your house for a few hours, so you'll be able to get an accurate read on the scent.
That's true,
right? Because you won't be immersed in the scent.
That's true.
You know. Like, have you ever like,
yeah,
you all of a sudden come home and you're like, Smells bad in here.
It's like, who's cooking scallops?
Yes, it's just Jagger.
No, because when we cook scallops, it just like smells like fish.
You guys cook scallops,
girl. We are.
What have you been cooking?
And I'm sorry to keep talking, but
no.
Okay,
that's why you're here, to talk.
Thank you. I have become a top chef.
Go on.
I am a top chef. I've always been good at cooking, but now we're talking about me opening a restaurant, and I'm not
really.
And I don't know if we just have like so much time to ourselves, but like, it's like Steven asks me almost every day, like, do you want to open a restaurant?
And what do you think?
And and I've already visualized what I would want. And I think this is like a second chapter of my life kind of thing.
Okay.
This is like when I'm a little older.
Okay.
This is like 20 years.
Okay.
What I feel like would be so cute would be to have like, you know, those like almost like little cottages, and they happen to be a restaurant, and it's like so exclusive.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like it's like a small house, but then there's like, you know, no more than like 15 tables, and like it's just like a small room, and there's a fireplace and like really cute like dishes. And like, if you get a table, great. And if not, like, see you in 2 months, you know? And it's like everything.
Okay,
is,
I like
and
it.
it's like
I like it.
Like maybe the menu is just what like we came up with that day, and like you'll be so lucky to have it. But there's no, or like it's a set.
You can't get it customized.
Or yeah, it's like the chef doesn't do any alterations.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Like that.
But like yeah, it's so that would be like a cute ideal. If I did have a restaurant in like 20 years.
So you've been brainstorming future restaurants?
Well, it's more like just recipes. So what's been going on is like I cook every meal. You know, we've had takeout maybe, how long has this been going on? 2 months?
2 hellish months.
2 hellish months. We've probably had takeout maybe 5 times. Like how many times have you had takeout?
Like 2.
Have you noticed how incredible it tastes?
I've never tasted anything better. I'm like, California Pizza Kitchen? Who knew they still had it?
What did you get from there?
Barbecue chicken salad. And
oh,
it just was
a classic.
It just felt good. The ranch there.
You know what it is? It's like the takeout tastes so good because it's like new flavors.
The new flavors. It's a game changer.
So I started saying, okay, I really need to switch up the flavors, because for the first 2 weeks I was making all my same shit all the time. And then it was like, okay, like we need some new cuisines. We need some new coasts, some new hemispheres. Okay. I started getting into Asian. I mean, I was blown away when I made Korean barbecue bibimbap, whatever the fuck you call it.
Where did you find the recipe?
You just Google, and like the night before that, I had made my steak for the first time, and I know it's like, how can she be a chef and make steak for the first time? Because she's been cooking other things, but
like scallops.
Yeah, and like I made Japanese miso butter like steak with like I made it like a whole like Asian Japanese kind of dish.
That looked so good.
It was incredible. It was incredible.
So you're doing the cooking. Who cleans? Steven?
If he should wash the dishes. Like if I'm going to cook all this stuff, he should wash the dishes. But because I am cooking elaborate meals twice a day, lunch and dinner, even the mere salad, I'm roasting the tomatoes. I'm not just plopping a cherry tomato on. I'm having them. I'm coating them in olive oil, salt, and pepper, and I'm baking them at 400 degrees for 20 minutes.
No.
I'm roasting.
You're committed.
I'm grating. You know what I did last night?
Pureeing?
God, I've done that. I'm immersion blending.
You're what blending?
Immersion blending.
What is
that? It's like a stick, and you stick it in. Like that's when I made homemade tomato basil soup, girl.
Oh shit!
And
okay.
It's like a blender.
And it has like the thing.
It has like a kind of thing.
Okay. Is it like
it's
a
like
stick
a stick
and then a circle?
Oh, he's pulling it up. Thank you. It's a stick, and it has like blades, and you stick it in for like soups and sauces into like a pan.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you're doing that.
Yeah, and fuck, what was I just gonna say? Oh, last night, it's like I'm looking at what I haven't. So it's like you're looking at what you have. And it's like, I have these baby carrots that I bought thinking I would finally eat baby carrots because it's kind of like a joke I have with myself. I buy like 8 bags of them and like I never open them. And I opened them. I had mint and I had baby carrots. And I, for some reason, Googled carrot mint salad. I found a fucking recipe.
And
let me tell you, it was incredible. You know what I did? They were baby carrots and I grated them to get them finely shaved.
Okay.
I mean, I'm taking time here.
Yeah.
I took 20 minutes to shave baby carrots. I tore up mint. You add olive oil, lemon, honey, salt, and pepper. I mean, it couldn't have been more refreshing.
Wait. Okay. So this is like an everyday thing.
Every day I'm exploring.
And this takes up how much time of the day?
I mean, hours.
It takes up
the
hours.
whole process brings me so much joy from start to finish. From Googling the recipe, finding the right recipe, gathering the ingredients. At this point, you know, we go grocery shopping once a week. How often do you go?
About that. Once a week.
And I will pre-plan. Like, I will be researching recipes before we go shopping.
No.
Yes, girl.
You are fucking committed.
You don't do that, though?
Well, right now I'm quarantining with my parents. And so...
What are you buying?
We alternate.
Okay.
We alternate. I've made a few dinners. My mom's made a lot of dinners. I make breakfast a lot. I make eggs for everybody. Sausage, eggs. Sometimes I throw spinach in a scramble. I'll dice onions. I'll get in there.
And are we experimenting with seasoning?
Yeah. Sometimes, this is something that I've been doing just to mix it up a little bit. You know that everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's?
Yeah, Steven ate it all.
No.
I know the seasoning.
You know that? Oh no, it just struck a nerve. I like putting that on my eggs.
Ooh.
And I like putting that on avocado.
Yes.
I love an avocado. I've been starting the day with an avocado. And then I slice it, salt it, pepper it.
You got to put crushed red pepper on it and olive oil.
I know, crushed red pepper. I was thinking that because of like
avocado toast.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have an avocado a day too. That keeps the doctor away in quarantine.
You have an avocado a day?
Keeps the quarantine doctor
away.
Okay,
so you're spending a lot of time cooking in quarantine, and that takes up a considerable amount of time. And then so you got a trampoline.
Oh, and every time I cook sauce, it's homemade. I've never opened a bottle of sauce. I am if I'm making meatballs, you better believe I'm tacking on an extra hour for that sauce.
No.
Because you better believe I'm cooking at a low temperature for at least an hour.
So this is how you're spending your time. And so then
I cooked sauce one day for 4 hours.
No.
Because I had the time.
And then when do you listen to music while you're doing it?
I love to listen to like a jazz, a bossa nova. Like I have this really cool Spotify like noir, like film noir, like playlist that I came across, like some fun, just like just something romantic.
Okay, like
something
that.
sensual.
Something sensual. So and then who's doing the dishes? You?
It's a mix. I really prefer it if he does them, but Steven has been so spoiled. He is a spoiled prince. He works all day. He started a new company.
Okay.
He broke off from his partner and he has his own credit card processing company. And he is just, he is working all day from 10 to 7 and he is overwhelmed. And then he'll leave for many hours to go do his own thing. So I really want him to do the dishes, Sarah, and I hope when I get home they're done because there are some dishes that are left in there.
You left them in there?
Oh, I left them.
And just as like a test?
Yeah, we'll see if he does them.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a mix.
My family...
Who's doing the dishes in your...
My dad.
But
he
our
cannot
dishwasher
stop
broke too.
Doing the dishes. And
oh, really? That's great.
It's too much.
It's meditative until you're like, okay, it's been 3 weeks.
It's like, come on. I don't give a fuck about the dishes anymore. And my dad, my dad does the dishes, but then my mom comes over and looks at the dishes and then goes, Steve, this one's not clean enough. And then she sends it back.
Are they fighting? Does that bother him?
No, that's just how they operate. And he's like, well, what do you mean, Debbie? And then he looks at it and he'll be like, yeah, there's some schmutz on here. I didn't notice it. Sorry about that. And then he goes back.
Oh, wow. It sounds like they have a really good relationship.
I mean, well, yes, for the most part. My dad also, like, he's been going to the office because he's a lawyer. So some of his work is considered essential business. So yeah, so that helps. But like everyone's getting on each other's nerves. I mean, for sure. Like I woke up this morning in a foul mood. My mom was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Nothing's wrong with me." And then I went to the kitchen and I went to get some coffee and there is no coffee. And normally there's always coffee. And I'm like, "You guys didn't make enough coffee for me." And she's like, "Make your own coffee, princess." And then I was like, "I'm not a princess." And then I like go upstairs and like regress. Like I'm regressing like super hard. And then I'm like, "I'm gonna go outside and jump on the trampoline. I don't need this right now." You know what I mean?
Are you keeping it outside?
Yeah, I have a little it's an outside toy.
Okay.
It's an outside activity for me.
Yeah. Wait, did he leave it on your doorstep?
Yes.
How funny was that?
I was like asleep and then I woke up to the trampoline.
Me too.
I was like, is he the Easter fucking bunny?
I gave him my address and then the next morning he called me and goes, "It's on your doorstep." I didn't expect they were even located in Los Angeles.
No. You guys have to check out Jump Sport Fitness.
We love Jump Sport.
We love Jump Sport.
So you, me, Stacia,
yes,
Nicole, and Laura Bites all got trampolines from him.
Yes. And let me tell you,
they're fun.
They're fun and they work. I'm sore as hell.
I feel it in my calves.
I feel it in my thighs and my lower abs.
How long are you jumping?
Not long.
No, not long.
It's exhausting.
I go by songs, not minutes. So I'll do like 3 songs.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But like I'm flying off this. My form needs work.
Okay. Yeah.
My parents were like, "Be careful. You're going to break something and we're not going to take you to the hospital because of COVID."
That's funny.
And
Do they call it COVID?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny to see who calls it coronavirus and who calls it COVID?
Yeah, I've been in the COVID vibe for a while.
I've never been a COVID.
You're Corona?
I'm a Corona.
Oh, you trashy bitch.
Did you see that funny meme with everyone in like the nurse's mask? And it's like when you call coronavirus COVID-19.
Yeah, you sent me it.
It's so funny.
It is funny. I'm just like, I can't believe how fast this shit has hit the fan.
What's hitting?
I mean, like, remember like 3 months ago when we could do stand up?
Ugh.
I miss stand up so much. All I do is sit around and think about how I love to perform.
I don't think stand up is going to come back for a while.
I don't think it's going to come back to 2021.
Really? That long?
Well, I mean, if we're going to be in quarantine through July, so that's what they're telling us fucking now. Who knows what's going to happen at the end of July, because they're not going to say September because they're treating us like we're little children. They're like, okay. They don't want us to lose our minds, I think. I think that they're like doing it in these stages like for morale. So they're like, we're opening the country, but really it's like the country's not really opened. At least Los Angeles is not. It's like you can leave the house to go pick something up, but like that's it.
Yeah, I know. I really miss hanging out with my friends. It's so good to see you.
I know. It's so much fun. I was like, oh my God, I have to have somebody on my podcast. I should have Chelsea, because at least I know that Chelsea's also a germaphobe. She's not going to be like licking any handrails before she comes
I mean,
in.
I sanitized right before I came in.
Oh, I trust that about you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's Steven is the one who has been out and about. He's gone on walks with multiple friends.
And
he goes to in-person recovery 12-step meetings.
How often?
I went to one.
How was it?
It was whatever. I was like, I could do this from my fucking bed on Zoom.
But like, are you finding that the Zoom meetings are as fulfilling as the
Yeah, they're actually fine because, you know, oftentimes I can make an excuse that I don't have time to make a meeting. You know, because you have to drive there and blah, 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 and like what time of day. And like, you know, now there's really no excuse, and it's so easy to just make a meeting a day, you know? And you see all the people. Of course, it's going to be nicer in person, but it's totally fine. It is just hard to focus, though. Like, it's really hard to focus on meetings when my puppy's there, like sitting with me, when I have my phone and I can be texting, you know?
Yeah. So are you finding, like, since quarantine, has it been harder to be sober?
Mm-mm.
No, you've been maintaining.
No. Actually, I'll have 4 years on Friday.
Really?
Yeah, 4 years sober.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I've had a couple thoughts, you know, which is like normal, like, damn, like it'd be fun to like just get fucked up. But
when you have those thoughts, what kind of fucked up? Are you like, fuck it, like Jagger? You know what I mean? Like, what, or is it like,
I can't even like remember. I know I've had a couple, but I mean, I think that kind of happens throughout sobriety. Like,
Totally.
it'd be fun to get fucked up right now, or like I want to check out, or if like you get in a fight, or like, oh shit, sorry, that's my timer for my abuse bar medication. I think I'll take it on camera.
Oh yes, that's right. She's taking her anxiety
anxiety meds as we speak. But
pop it, baby.
All right.
Everything's
Do you
fine.
still take yours?
Yeah, I have an anxiety medication. It's like it's a mood stabilizer. Let's talk meds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Prozac.
How many times a day you popping? Oh, you're on Prozac?
I'm on Prozac.
How is it?
Blissful.
God, that's been in business for so long.
Prozac is amazing. No.
Prozac is like the number one, like the first one, right?
Yeah, I was really hesitant to go on medication when I was dealing with depression, but then it just got to the point of like, I didn't need the medication or I'm like not gonna be okay. And so then getting on it just completely it feels like everything's so much easier.
Oh, everyone's doing it. Everyone's
Let's talk
doing
about
it.
Head meds.
I know. Yeah, I love Buse Bar. Buse Bar is like, I'm on it, my husband's on it. A couple of our friends are on it. It's not like a Xanax, a Klonopin, an Ativan. You don't like feel something when you take it. I imagine it's probably like equivalent to what an antidepressant does, like in terms of like it's just a I don't know like
adjusting your chemicals.
I don't know what it does, but like
it works.
I'll tell you what it like. I had really bad like panic for 1 week during quarantine. Every single day I woke up feeling like a baby rattle or like a seltzer bottle about to explode kind of thing.
That's how I felt when it first happened.
Yeah.
I was losing it. I was
You
like,
kind of were, right?
yeah. I was like, I can't sleep. I was like hula hooping.
Are you not hooping anymore?
I have the hula hoop, but but for the first month of quarantine, I was like
a little manic.
I felt a little manic, and I felt like I was gonna go out of my mind. I was like, I can't stop hula hooping. I can't stop. Like, I just had like all this energy, and I like didn't know where to put it. But then now I've kind of like settled into like the flow of it, and I'm like, okay, I sleep till 11, so most of the day's fucking gone. I love to sleep late during quarantine.
That's nice. I have to remind myself to do that. There's construction going on right next door. So
construction during quarantine is a major problem.
We've been waking up at like 9:30, but now I've been getting into like 10. Today I woke up at 9:30 for my meeting. My 10 a.m. Zoom meeting.
Your 10 a.m. Zoom?
AA
so you're doing
meeting.
AA every day?
AA, and I've been going to Al-Anon too.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that.
I started working with the new Al-Anon sponsor too, so I'm getting into the step work.
And how's that?
Good.
You like?
Yeah, and I'm doing therapy. As I mentioned before, I have a hot therapist.
Let's talk about your hot therapist.
She's so gorgeous. So I met her like right before quarantine. Like maybe like I had one session with her like 2 weeks before quarantine happened.
Okay.
And then so like nothing like coronavirus was like happening, but it wasn't. Like it was more just like don't shake hands with people. Like if we can even remember that far back.
Yeah.
And I was stunned when I saw her because I was like, I
is she like how old is she?
I can't tell. Maybe like 38.
Okay.
She is stunning.
Okay.
She's so gorgeous. Just like a model.
No.
Yeah. Like she's tall, she's thin, she has huge lips. Like
I thought you were gonna say boobs.
No. And she's just like stylish and she's extremely intelligent. And this sounds so fucked up, but like it threw me off. Cause like, you know, when you meet someone so gorgeous, but then when they're like super smart, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. And it's so fucked up because you're like, because like you're pretty and you're smart and you're like, why you should be able to like be able to understand that those two things can exist in the same package.
Totally.
But for some reason it's so hard to get past somebody's physical appearance. And even like if people I've met like so many smart people that are like physically repulsive looking too. And you're literally
Sarah.
like, I'm sorry. And you're like, wow, you look like you don't care about your hygiene, but you're like a low-key genius.
Well, I feel like I've had like my last therapist was really beautiful.
Physically repulsive.
Yeah. My last therapist was beautiful, but she was like, you know, she was like in her 50s.
Okay.
And the therapist before that was just like a therapist.
Basic.
But this one is like a hot girl.
Okay.
But she's so smart that like it starts like her looks wear off and like you're just focused on what she's saying.
Okay.
And she's been really helping me, and we've been going weekly, and she's just really smart, and it's really great because like I'm starting to feel my feelings for the first time. Which is something that like I'm so used to like pushing away my feelings. Like I don't want to like sit in anything. Like, do you sit in your feelings?
I'm trying to do that more now. Well, that was the thing when like quarantine first started. I felt like so like all over the place. Remember I dressed up in that St. Patrick's Day outfit?
That was nerve-wracking. Because the stickers lasted for a couple days.
I was loving it. I was like, fuck it. I've lost it, but I'm owning it. Every time I would go live, I would put rainbow stickers on my eyes. And Chelsea was just like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm having the time of my life. Want to see me dance with sanitizer? You can scroll down the feed.
I was
it's
like, delete that video.
I went to therapy. Okay.
What did he say about that?
I showed up to therapy in the full St. Patrick's Day outfit. I was wearing all
without thinking about what he would think of you?
No, I just didn't care because my therapist knows me by now. My therapist knows that I'm a little weird. I mean, like when we FaceTime, I like it
was eccentric.
It was eccentric. It was like
it wasn't that bad.
I have like this deep like sadness from not performing, and I just want to perform like in any way possible, like, and that's what I think that was. It was like I just want to like,
yeah, I get that.
I like miss like performing for like a live audience and like feeding off that energy and like the hang, the like Comedy Store hang.
Yeah,
it's like my whole social life and my whole identity feels like it's been ripped away from me in a way, because it's like for the last fucking 10 years of my life I've been doing this thing, and like that's so much of who I thought that I was, and then now that's just gone.
You know what's weird? I don't miss it.
Really?
Yeah, like I'll look forward to doing it again, but like I don't feel like a deep sadness about it. I'm like,
it's all I think about.
I don't know why I don't. Yeah, it means Steven doesn't miss it either.
It's all I think about.
I don't know.
It's like stand up. I'm like, I just want to do stand up. But like then I'm also like, if you take away stand up, then what else have I been working on in my life?
Yeah.
And then it's like that sends a whole different thing. And then writing, I've had a hard time. I've been writing jokes like on Twitter and then posting those. Like I've become a meme account now. I don't know.
Wait, are we supposed to be aware of the 45 thing?
Yeah, we'll cut here and then we'll do another one.
To be continued.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll end this episode now, and then we'll do another episode. So this was part 1 of Chelsea Skidmore on Shank. Thank you so much for coming on. Where can our listeners find you?
At Chelsea Skidmore on Instagram, at Skidmore Chelsea on Twitter, and listen to my podcast, The Chelsea Skidmore Show, on iTunes, and check it out on YouTube.
And before we officially end this episode, here is a pair of socks from my sponsors, Oh Yeah Socks. We have pineapples for you today because you didn't get a chance to go to Hawaii.
Oh my God! This was so unexpected. I love these. They're so cute.
I picked them out for you. I thought
they're soft.
Yes.
Thank you.
Check out Oh Yeah Socks. Oh Yeah. Discount code Sarah10 for 10% off. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Bye. Thanks.